All right, James. Something else that we talked about yesterday in our meeting was the RTS technology.
So I've also got, down here we got the new RTS, the responsive tightening system tool, like brand new technology for Ingersoll Rand. Obviously leader in impacts in the industry, and make a great tool as far as impacts, but kind of blending the advanced assembly precision fastening side of things. They've come up with a programmable impact tool. So we get feedback here. We get failure feedback, pass feedback, and then we've got a light ring here to illuminate our part that we're working on. But for the tool, so we have 8 different presets that we can program to address each individual application. Currently, they have 4 models that they're looking at. So max 25 newton meter torque, 60, 140, and 225. So we have the ability to address a few different types of joints when we're trying to fasten those joints together. We have the ability to kind of address different materials and different substrate in the form of flush detection. So we have 7 different modes that we can do there. And where that comes into play, it's super technical, thinking through those terms. But where it comes into play, imagine that you need to start hammering quicker or slower, meaning it turns on that hammer sooner or later, or we turn on that hammer and start ignoring some of that before we get to our torque that we desire. So, so that's where that comes into play. Like when we start talking about the capabilities of a tool like this, one of the first things that people say is, how can we program it? So we have the ability, we can program it using a smartphone or a tablet. We can pair it to a controller. We can program from the back of the screen. So there's several ways we can do that. But once we start talking about, I can program it using a controller, and I can pair it to a controller wirelessly. And then we start getting into, plant integration, line integration. We start actually talking about capturing data and those kinds of
Yep.
things.